Welcome to the 213th day of the year. We're slowly getting through the year, and now have only 152 days until we reach the new year. If today is special to you, then you're in for a surprise when you check out these historical events that all happened on this day. Did you know that on this day in 1992, Nintendo released Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy in North America? This game was the debut for the now famous Kirby. Astronauts on Apollo 15 discovered a rock that could date back to the birth of the moon. Apollo 15 was the fourth crewed landing on the moon from which core samples were taken. Some of these samples were thought to contain rocks that date back to the origin of the moon's creation. In 1774, British scientist Joseph Priestley discovered oxygen by removing it from the air. This experiment was groundbreaking for understanding what oxygen is and how it works. Priestley isolated oxygen in its gaseous state not only to discover the element oxygen but to understand what it does. Priestley was not the first to experiment with oxygen, as Carl Wilhelm had similar findings the year before. However, his discovery was not published until 1777, making Priestley officially the first person to discover oxygen.
Facts about the world. Just over 96% of the total amount of the world's water is held in its oceans, according to Water in Crisis, a guide to the world's fresh water resources via the United States Geological Survey, USGS. However, that's primarily salt water. To find the bulk of the world's freshwater, you need to trek to the poles, as 68.7% of it is encased in ice caps, permanent snow, and glaciers. In 1996, a tropical cyclone named Olivia hit off the coast of Barrow Island, Australia with such a force that it broke an incredible record. According to the Weather Channel, Olivia's eyewall produced 5 extreme 3-second wind gusts, the peak of which was a 253 miles per hour gust, which blew past the previous wind record of 231 miles per hour set in Mount Washington, New Hampshire back in 1934. Europe has been experiencing serious dry spells and extreme heat since 2015, which has caused major droughts. Research done led by the University of Cambridge looked at isotopes in the rings of old European oak trees in Central Europe which formed over thousands of years to try to pin down the cause. They discovered that the dry spells are a result of human-caused climate change and associated shifts in the jet stream, according to Eurocalot. Facts about India. The city of Varanasi is believed to be one of the oldest living cities in the world. The city of Varanasi in the Indian state of Uttar Pradesh is not only regarded as the spiritual capital of India, but also one of the oldest cities in the world. With a population of over 1 million people, Varanasi dates back to 11 BC. India's oldest city sits on the Ganges River where Hindu pilgrims travel to bathe in the sacred water and to perform traditional funerals. Found along the river are over 2,000 temples including the famous Golden Temple. Once a bustling trading city, Varanasi is now a hugely popular tourist destination with millions of people from all over the world visiting every year. India has the third highest amount of billionaires in the world. India is a country that has a huge amount of wealth inequality. In 2019, it was estimated that the richest 10% of the Indian population owned around 80.7% of the wealth, and that the top 1% of the population, in regards to wealth, earned 21% of the country's total income. This makes even more sense when you see that India has the third highest number of billionaires in the world, behind the USA and China. In total, India claims to have nearly 7,000 ultra-high net worth individuals with assets of over $30 million and roughly 140 billionaires across the country.
Like, share, subscribe for more knowledgeable content. Thank you.